What's up, y'all? It's Devin from Go Power Sports, and today we're gonna be building the EBOX V2. So the tools that we're using this build was a 1/4" impact, 3/8 impact, a 15mm wrench, a 14mm wrench, some Allen wrenches, Phillips screwdriver, small ratchet, got an 8mm socket, another 8mm socket, a 13mm socket, and an extension. And you'll need some kind of cutting tool too, like a razor blade, snips. And that's pretty much all you need for the EBOX V2. First, we're gonna start by getting everything out the box, set to the side. That way we can stay organized. And let's jump into it. Start by unwrapping it. Got a lot of protective on it. Make sure you get everything out the box too, because sometimes there's plastic pieces down there. Alrighty, and in our box, we're gonna have a mini toolkit. We're gonna have the pad and the strap for the top. We're gonna have the rear shock, the front axle, handlebar risers, and fuses and some hardware in here. I usually take all the plastic and all the zip ties. That's what I usually do first. All right, so we're gonna start with putting the risers on. Put your handlebars, swing them up and around. It's good to get your cables up in here, in between your shocks and all that. That way nothing's flapping around and getting caught anywhere. Make sure you line the ridges up in between your risers so it has a good clamping force on it. Just get your bolt started. Get you an Allen wrench. Tighten these boys down. Make sure you get them tightened down evenly too, because these will break if you don't. Once you got them kind of tightened down, then you can adjust them to where you want them to be at. Yeah,
that's all personal preference, right?
All personal preference, yes. And that's whenever you look in between here, that way you can see where you're tightening down at, see how far you're going down on it. I'll throw a few zip ties on those right there, so your cables won't be all tangled. Now we're gonna throw on the front fender and the number plate. You need an 8mm socket for the fender, and there's an Allen head bolt in here for the number plate. This one's a little tricky sometimes. I usually put this one in first. I like to leave this one a little loose. That way it can move around a little bit. There's 3 bolts that go up through the fender. Screw up in here. 3 screws that screw in the bottom of here. It's easier to put it with the wheel and the shocks off. And then you can tighten this one down that you got your bottom fender in. All right, here are the shocks. This one will have a brake caliper bracket. It'll go on the left side. One without the caliper bracket will go on the right side. We're gonna put the shocks on now. We're gonna loosen these up. That way we can get the shock put in there. Just loosen both of these. Just get them taken out. Just be easy, slide them in here. You don't want to scratch them all up. And you can set it any height you want to. You can set it all the way to right there or all the way down. We're gonna go as far down as we want, as we can. We can get as much height out of it. It don't matter what bolts you tighten first.
So the lower you have it, the higher you are, right?
Yes. All right, now we're gonna move to this side. Let's loosen these up as well. You don't have to unloosen them all the way, just a little bit. Make sure you have both of your shocks at the right height. You don't want one lower than the other. All right, now we're gonna put on the front wheel. We have the axle. And we also have a 17mm wrench and a 14mm wrench. We're gonna have 2 spacers. There's gonna be a short one and a long one. The long one is gonna go on the rotor side. Easy to get that started up in there like that. Slide your wheel in. All right, so you're gonna wanna tighten it down, but not all the way tight. Tighten as much as you can. Give it a spin. If you got a good free roll, and you're good. All right, now we're gonna put on the brake caliper. We're gonna need our 8mm socket. Let's get these bolts taken out. You got a little stopper in here so your pads won't be coming out. All right, remove your stopper. You want to start these in by hand. You don't want to ruin your caliper trying to run them in with a gun. We have this plastic piece right here in the front. That way we can hold our cable secure. Take one bolt out, loosen the other, and loop your cable in here. All right, now we're gonna be putting in the rear shock. We have this bar down in here we got to remove. You gotta move your swing arm up and down to get these out. There's one. Let your swing arm drop down right there. All right, toss this in the trash. All right, here's our shock. Make sure the label is pointing straight up. It's easier for me to put the top one in first. Put the bolt through. Put your nut on a little bit. All right, now to do the back. Grab your bolt. Grab your swing arm. Work it into place. Be a little tricky doing it by yourself. We're gonna use a 13mm socket and a 14mm wrench for the shock. Now we're gonna put on the bolts for our mud flap here in the back. 2 8mm bolts. There's also a little metal plate that's provided in there. All right, now we're gonna put our padding on our handlebars. Loop it up under. Do a good little tug. All right. Now we're gonna put in our fuse. We're gonna have to remove this side panel right here. All right, and this yellow plug right here, have to unplug that, just like so. Now we're gonna put our fuse in. Close it up. This part is a little hard and it's a little scary, but don't be scared. Whenever you plug this in, it's gonna give it a little pop. Might wanna get up in there so you can see it. There it goes. Put our side panel back on. There's a slot right here. Now all we have to do is pull off all the plastic. And that's how easy it is to put together the EBOX V2. Now let's take it out for a spin.